Hey everybody, I'm Madalyn Sklar, host of the Social ROI Chat. I'm here with our special guest today, Gina Schreck. Gina, how are you?
I'm doing great. Thank you so much. This was such a fun and firing off chat. That was so fast and furious. It's like my fingers are thinking.
Yes. Well, I know you know a lot about Twitter chats and live streaming. So this is like home for you to be doing all of this. Thank you for being on the chat. We have such a great community. It's a very vibrant chat, very vibrant community. It's so much fun to do this every single week.
I love it.
Yeah, we were just so thrilled to have you. You've been on my list for a while, so
well, thank you. And you have so many brilliant. I was just looking, going, you guys have brilliant marketers in that audience. I was going, oh, what a great idea! This is a great idea. So we definitely have to go back and do the review and read the recap because there's so many great nuggets in there.
Yeah, we'll have a recap up in the next day or two, up on the Minutes Flitter website. And yeah, we get a lot of marketers that come on this chat and they share such, I mean, look, my chats are all about, bowing down to our guests, letting them have the floor and sharing their insights. But we always have a great group of people that come on and are kind of like the secondary, I guess in this,
smart ones.
Yeah.
We just prompt their brilliance is really all that's happening.
Yeah. Well, you were just sharing I have just so many things I want to unpack with this because I think lead magnets is such a great topic today. This is something that's not really talked about much. So I know for those watching this, whether you're here live or watching the replay, you're going to get so much out of this. So before we dive in, can you tell everybody a little bit about yourself, Gina?
Yeah, I'm the CEO, the owner of SocialKNX. It's a digital marketing agency. And I actually started my business almost 23 years ago. So that's kind of crazy.
Awesome.
And I would do face-to-face working with sales and marketing teams. And then about 11 or 12 years ago, right when social media started coming on the scene, I was using the early stages of some social media tools to market my business and to connect with people because we were using a 3D immersive crazy now looking back at it, but we were using virtual reality and all kinds of cool technology tools in our training. And I started speaking at conferences and finding through social media other people. So we started our agency about 11 years ago where we manage social media for other companies. So we do all of these things, and the lead magnets, has evolved into a critical piece for our clients. It's, you can't just throw things on social media and expect customers to come in the door. You really have to have a plan, a strategic plan. And to me, lead magnets is a big part of that.
Yeah, well, that is so incredibly true. What a amazing history you've had. I am right up there with you. When you were saying all that just now, I am this week celebrating 22 years being a self-employed entrepreneur. I was one of the very first web designers here in Houston. So wow. I was on that cutting edge of the whole .com boom and knowing more than the average person, the average business person. When social media was first getting big 12 years ago. I've been doing social media as a business for the last 12. We're going to be going on 13 years now. So, oh my gosh, we have so much in common. I love it.
Yeah.
That is
being
super cool.
Female in tech, it kind of was a unique spin back then. And now so much of our industry, there's equal men and women. So yeah, it was a really interesting journey of coming into the social media space. And yeah, I'm always looking, I'm always saying, bite off more than you can chew and then figure out how you're going to digest it later.
There you go. Exactly. Great advice. So today we're talking about lead magnets. We're going to talk about the what, why, and how. And I want to just dive into question number one we had during the Twitter chat today. Going back to the basics, what exactly is a lead magnet?
Yeah, and it's interesting because most people think lead magnet equals landing page. And I would say a lead magnet is the object that you're giving away. So it's something of value, and that can be anything. It can be a picture. It can be a tip sheet, a webinar, a series of videos, a series of blog posts that you have not exposed your audience to before. And maybe it's, I just was attacked by little dachshunds attacking. So hopefully they'll leave me alone. So lead magnets are the object or the item of value that you're going to exchange for their contact information. That's the easiest way I can think of to explain what a lead magnet is. Now then you need a landing page and a lead capture form in order to make it all work. But the actual lead magnet is just something you're going to give away. I mean, I could stand on the corner and give away a tip sheet in exchange for somebody's business card. That's still a lead magnet.
Right,
So,
right.
Yeah.
And the most common is to collect an email address, right?
True. Unless you're someone that needs to make phone calls, then you would be collecting their phone numbers or their mailing address if you're going to mail something. But typically these days in the digital space, we look at as a lead magnet, we're going to collect an email address. The fewer things, I mean, you know this, the fewer things that you have to ask for, the better.
So why are lead magnets essential for our marketing? Like, to be successful in marketing, why should we be using lead magnets?
I mean, to me, you know, social media, we know it changes so much from, I mean, I look at going, I have a MySpace account. I've had every single social media account that pops up. I jump on, I create an account, and then we kind of create our audience there. And then we end up, if they go down, we end up moving them somewhere else. And even on live streaming, I mean, we were on Blab and we were on Google Hangouts and everything else, but our audiences have to move with us. Lead magnets allow us to build an email list of people that we can then market to or stay in contact with without having to have them move to another platform with us. So to me, it's important to build that email list. But, you know, I always say that the caveat is don't just build a list to have a list of numbers, because you need to then nurture that email list and have a plan for what you want to do with people on your list. Like, do you just want to collect them for names, or do you want to then offer different things to different people? So the segmentation becomes important, and what you offer, there's so many pieces that come into play when you lay out a content strategy and a digital marketing strategy, that lead magnets are the first piece.
And what are examples of the different kinds of lead magnets that you see?
I mean, webinars to me are still the highest converting lead magnet. They're more work than other lead magnets, but they're the highest converting. I think the easiest lead magnet to start with is a tip sheet. You know, make a list of 25 tips that you can offer, or a how-to resource guide. The problem I see is people make these long ebooks that are so long, I couldn't even read the first, chapter of it and get through it. So I would never want more from that person. So to me, making them short and digestible helps people then want more from you. So, but a lead magnet can be anything, and start with things that you have readily available. If you have a book, take the first chapter and make that an ebook, an e-chapter, and give that away. So a lead magnet can really be anything you can actually put into a format to give away.
Yeah, and it seems like, short and sweet really works great these days. People just want to get, like, it's almost like, let me learn a little bit more about you. I'll give you my email address. Just give me something that is useful, impactful. We had some great tips that other marketers were leaving on the chat that I thought was really awesome.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah. I want to just stop for a moment. We have so many awesome people here live with us that have come over from the chat. I see we got Dorothy, Cheval, Lucille, Jim, Kevin are all here with us on the live stream. I would love all of you that are here live with us. And even if you're watching the replay later, take a quick moment and hit the share button. You'll see that right below us on the video right here. Click that share so that more people can see all this great stuff that Gina's talking about. She is taking time today to share wisdom that you could use that can be really helpful, and others will thank you for it. So if you don't mind, hit that share. Gina, what should marketers remember when they're creating? Like, what should they be keeping in mind when they're creating these lead magnets?
That it really has to be something of value. And I've fallen into this trap. Sometimes I create something that I think, oh, this is going to be a great resource. And then you look at it and go, this is out there in so many places. It's not really unique, or it's not really that valuable for someone to give me their email address for. I mean, our email addresses are getting harder and harder to get from people because we just don't want we don't want to be put on another list.
Right.
So if it, I just saw, I think it was, is it AI? I just saw, I think it pop across the screen. I can't see the questions or comments, but I see it pop across the screen. And she just said,
This one?
yeah,
Is that it?
Pull them up.
Yeah, that she heard about giving away your best content. Was it that one?
Make it your best content. Like give away something that people, there it is. Yeah. Give away something that people can go and apply and get an easy win. And then they go, wow, that tip or those tips were so helpful. This person is awesome. I want more from them. Versus, oh, that was okay. Or that was kind of weak. Like, why would I give you anything else? Or why would I want anything else from you if that was your best? So to me, and I know people are always fearful, I don't want to give away my best stuff, but that's going to set the tone for the type of content you're going to give.
Absolutely. I'm 100% with you on that. I get asked that a lot as well. Like, should I give it away or should I not give it away? Right. You should always give away your best stuff because let everybody see you shine, because they'll say, if their stuff is this good and it's free, could you imagine their paid stuff? Right. So that great question from really good.
Yeah, that is a really good point of, give away your best stuff. And, you don't have to give it all away, but give enough good stuff that it's I see it as the consumer. I see it as, wow, that was really helpful.
Absolutely. What are the tools that marketers can use to create lead magnets?
So, again, creating a lead magnet versus lead page or landing page. To create a lead magnet, you can literally create it in a Word doc or a PowerPoint and save it as a PDF. You can use tools like Canva to create infographics. There's so many tools to create infographics. You can create a video using iMovie or any tool now that you can create video content. So I think again we get caught up in thinking it has to look a certain way or be in a certain format. It has to be in a format that you can deliver it. Now you want it to look professional. So if you just take a Word doc and make it a PDF, it's not going to look as nice and professional and valuable. So I like tools like Beacon, and I've used Beacon for a long time, and it's just beacon.by, and you can take your document and make a list, make an ebook, and it looks really nice. It actually is professional looking. Again, you can hire a graphic artist, and they can make it look nice for you if you're not skilled in that area.
Yeah, definitely. I've had graphic designers work on it for me. I've used Beacon. I think Beacon is great. I love how it integrates with your WordPress site. Right. So you can take anything on your WordPress and it will convert it into a PDF. I think that is so cool. Yeah. My answer to that during the chat is I have been creating lead magnets lately that are through Thinkific, which is what I use for my online training courses. But you can have a free, set up a free course, and I make those my lead magnets, and that's been working really well.
Yeah, that's a great, because video content is so hot that if you can deliver an e-course, a mini course via video or Thinkific, or there's so many places now again that you can set up a course. I like that. You have to get creative. I think we get stuck in boxes that we keep creating ebooks and tip sheets. It's like, okay, let's have a brainstorming session and come up with something really unique that people aren't getting from everyone else. And that might be a really good exercise for a team to do.
I agree. And somebody, I don't remember if it was JMatt, somebody on there was saying like one idea was like, and I don't know if it was you, somebody said like a free consult, which is brilliant. Why not give away?
One of our clients offers a free 30-minute consult as a lead magnet. Now you have to, it's always how it's worded on the landing page, because some people feel the pressure of, oh, you're going to try to sell me, or you're going to try, they'd rather download something, kind of anonymously and read it and see if it's valuable. So you want to, that's why I like a series of lead magnets, a tip sheet, if that's super valuable. Then at the bottom, there might be something that says, if this was really helpful, click on this link to watch this video. Or once they're in your list, you send them a video. So you drip a couple things, and then you're pulling people a little closer, and you're also seeing if they're really interested in your content, then this is a hot lead for you. So a series of lead magnets is also important to look at the way that you're filtering or pulling people, that gravitational pull that you have with your content. Oh, I love this idea. Cartoon therapy. Okay. I didn't see that whole comment, but
Here, I got it.
how
I would
fun
love
is
to
that?
start. Yeah, from
Oh,
from Dorothy. Start a cartoon therapy for social media addiction.
see, I would already sign up for that free consult.
That is so cool. I see there's a question from, okay, so Dorothy had a question. What do you see as the biggest drawback in marketing right now?
Oversaturation of content. I think we
Yeah.
have so much out there that if your content is not unique or truly valuable, it's just the same. And you know, we all love our content so much. We fall in love with it. We think it's great, but everyone
Right.
else is seeing 100 others that look just like yours. And so, you know, it's interesting because we work with so many clients that they're all telling us, you know, this is so unique. This is so unique. I'm like, yeah, that's what 3 of you have now told me this week. You know, they're all the same. So we have to get beyond. And I tell people, think of what makes you get really excited in your industry or really frustrated in your industry, because that puts you into thinking more on the edge instead of in that middle oatmeal area that everyone else in your market is in. You need to start, how can I provide the answer to this that makes me crazy? Or how do I provide help so that people experience this that makes me so excited about what I do? Usually those extremes help you start thinking a little different. But I think the hardest thing in marketing right now is we're all in the pool of sameness because there's so many of us.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. And I says oversaturation of content is a good point. Oh, Stacy DePaulo's here. Hey, Stacy. Good to see you here. Love that idea of a series drip with downloadable content before offering a consult.
Right.
So yeah, I mean, there's so many, I know there's a little bit delay. So I think some of these, comments are from, you know, the last question, but, we have such a great group of people that come here. I just love this group of mostly marketers. It's like a little marketers brainstorm session. We might have to like rename this the social ROI marketers brainstorm session.
Yeah,
because it just feels like we're all hanging out and brainstorming together.
And you start tagging off, you know, piggybacking off. Like that thought just reminded me of sometimes we expect a lead magnet to generate a sale, and we expect conversion right away. And we have this a lot with our clients where they'll expect a big sale. So it's a big ticket item. So we have to look at how many lead magnets will it take. So if you reverse engineer, I need someone to sign up for my coaching program. It's $10,000. Okay, now I need to reverse engineer. What needs to happen? What typically happens right before that conversion? Let's put a webinar there. What happens before someone decides to join our webinar? Well, that maybe they've gone through this video series. Okay, what happens before they get your video series and watch it? So if you reverse engineer, you start seeing that it takes more than one lead magnet to get people where you want them. And that
is brilliant.
Really
that is just absolutely brilliant. Like just
reverse it.
Mind blown, like reverse engineer the whole thing.
The whole thing. And then all of a sudden you start seeing, oh, it takes more than a tip sheet to get someone to sign up for a $10,000
Exactly.
Yeah.
That is such a great way of looking at it. One more question to wrap this up. Okay. So we're doing our lead magnets. How do we measure our success? What ways do we measure the success of it?
And you know, it's interesting because at first I didn't. And at first I thought, well, however many get retweeted and you count that and you start the social media metrics. But then if you start looking at, we use lead pages. So use a tool like Lead Pages or ClickFunnels or something that gives you the metrics on your lead magnets. You're able to see the percentage of people that click on your lead magnet and then how many actually go through the download. So we always aim for a minimum of 20% conversion. So you might have 1,000 people that click over from, let's say, your blog post or a social media post. 1,000 people click over to the landing page that tells people about what they're going to download. But let's say out of 1,000 people, only 10 people downloaded it. That tells me you have a problem with your landing page. So what brought them to the landing page, all of a sudden they're going, this isn't what I thought. I don't want to give you my email address. And sometimes I realize it's the wording that maybe what they read, they thought they were going to get just free content. They're going to be taken to a blog post or taken to a free video. And now you want my email address. Never mind, I leave. So looking at the conversion rates helps you realize where things need to be fixed. And then if your conversion rate's really high, if you have a 70% conversion rate, but then nobody's converting to the next level, then you know your lead magnet and landing page work great, but that next step, whatever that is, that's where it's broken. So to me, watching those metrics is really helpful. I mean, even Google Analytics, how many people are going to this page that we're driving them to? Are they converting into a sale? If not, what might be broken? Not just throw out the lead magnet, because maybe your lead magnet works, but after the lead magnet might be broken. Maybe on your webinar, you don't do a strong close, and so maybe that's broken. So you just have to look at, but definitely measure your performance of lead magnets, because if it doesn't, if it's not working, you need to fix a piece of it.
Right, exactly. Lucille wants to know if you have any upcoming webinars.
And it's interesting because I thought, Madalyn, when you invited me to this, I thought I'm going to get one of my webinars set up and scheduled. And we've had literally a month of chaos in our family of all kinds of stuff going on. But just one of the fun things was buying a house in Arizona and making this our second trip out here. And then we had all kinds of drama with some family things going on that we had to take care of. And so, no, I don't, but I will.
I love that. I don't, but I will.
January, I'm going to get a webinar out because, I usually do one every couple months.
Let me know when you do so I can tweet that out. I think that's awesome. And I agree with you. I think webinars are great lead magnets for sure.
Because it's just great ways of people like video, we get to see you, get to know who you are. So a webinar, especially with some video, it helps people get to see, do I like your style? Do I like the content you offer? It's a good way to then move to that next step.
Exactly. I'm going to post your Twitter in here. What are other ways can people get in touch with you other than Twitter?
Our website is SocialKNX, which is SocialKNX.com. And so anything Gina Schreck or SocialKNX, it's all, I always say you could just Google. On the back of my card, it just says Google me. I'm everywhere you want to be.
I love that. I have an unusual name too, so it's like you can find me everywhere. Just Google me. This has been so great, Gina.
So, yeah, Schreck.
Yes.
It's still
yes.
Yeah. But thank you for having me on here. This was really fun.
This was a lot of fun. You shared great insights. We'll have the recap up shortly. We'll tweet you and let you know. Thank you everybody for being here and joining Gina and I. We're so excited to announce next week is our 1-year anniversary of this chat. So we will have Mike Alton as our guest next Tuesday, but the next day after that on Wednesday, January 10th is our 1-year celebration. We're going to be right here doing a live stream, and we're inviting some of our past guests. So Gina, watch out. You'll be getting an email from me. We're going to be inviting some of our past guests that we've got, that we're lining up, and some of our regulars. So it's going to be an awesome time. So mark your calendar, January 10th, 5:00 Eastern, for a fun 1-hour chat celebrating our 1-year anniversary of Social ROI. Thank you all for being here. And Gina,
thank you everyone. This was really fun. Thank you very, very much.
Bye, everybody.
Bye,
See
everyone.
you next week.